Darksiders 3 is more of a return to its roots of the original Darksiders formula, with really satisfying hack and slash gameplay and an absolutely amazing dark fantasy art style that cannot be praised enough. Yet, regrettably does not have quite the same consistent levels of excitement and epicness when compared with the previous entry.
War, death, fury, and strife.
Darksiders 3 follows the story of Fury, one of the four horsemen of Apocalypse. With humanity on the verge of extinction, Earth is overrun by demons, monstrosities, and vengeful angels. Fury is sent to restore the balance between good and evil, with her main objective being to destroy the 7 deadly sins, the main antagonists of Darksiders 3.
The call? Finally.
The signature art styles and themes of the Darksiders series are consistently astonishing. The decimated Earth is crawling with out-of-this-world character models and designs. Fury looks incredible, with different ability sets dynamically affecting her appearance. While each of the 7 deadly sins are unique and the visual embodiment of their sins, from the lethargic sloth to the overconfident sin of pride. Your hunt for the 7 deadly sins will involve traversing the transformed and hellish Earth, where you'll be returning to more linear and smaller areas, as opposed to Darksiders 2 more open-world environments. Underwater areas make a return, looking better than ever with illuminated flora, and some new and interesting mechanics that make underwater exploration and gameplay that much more enjoyable. Animations are really on point. Fury's hair has a life of its own, and whilst weaving her whip between enemies, the effects are visually memorizing, from the flashy weapon trails to demonic blood squirting everywhere. The soundtrack of Darksiders 3 is at its best when it's fueling your focus in the battles with each of the 7 deadly sins. At least if you can hear it over the clashes of combat, as music is quite low in comparison without tampering with the settings. Darksiders 3 wastes little time, throwing you straight into combat with demons and the deadly sins. Fury's main weapon is her whip. It's all-out offensive with no options to guard or block, requiring you to timely dodge incoming attacks. Attack combos are manipulated by delaying the flow of your button pressures. It's not too difficult to get the grasp of. Certain combos are more effective at staggering single targets, while others are better at cleaving down multiple targets. Making full use of the various combos available results in some pretty slick and satisfying combat. When it comes to evasive maneuvers, you require focus and impeccable timing. Sometimes they can feel a little ruthless, with dodge windows being incredibly small, but also incredibly rewarding when done correctly, allowing for some quick counterattacks that are critical to success when dealing with any of the 7 deadly sins. Enhancements can be socketed into your weapons to improve Fury in specific ways. Using an enhancement to improve your dodge invincibility length definitely helps reduce some of those personal dodging frustrations. While quite linear, there are still loads of optional side paths to explore for collectibles or extra treasure. As usual, you'll come across blocked paths that require abilities to open up. Some of these abilities you'll acquire later down the line, so it's often rewarding revisiting old areas for some extra loot. Also, whilst traversing the Earth, there's regretfully a complete absence of horse riding throughout. A feature sorely missed, which felt like part of the identity of the Darksiders series. Challenging boss battles with the 7 deadly sins are an integral and exciting part of Darksiders 3, often a test of your ability to read enemies' telegraphed attacks, and your own mastery of the fluid combat system. Some boss fights like the Sin of Gluttony are a bit boring and very frustrating, but most of the other boss fights are thrillingly challenging and brilliantly designed encounters. Items you scavenge while exploring are really helpful in these big encounters, but it's a nightmare trying to peel your focus away to scroll through them mid-combat. There's a few new systems that'll be familiar to Souls games players. Slaughtering enemies generates souls, which are both a currency and used as experience points for leveling up. All of your souls on hand are dropped upon death, but it's not too punishing as you can always re-pick them up no matter how many times you die before reacquiring them. Fury also has new healing potions, Nephilim's Respite, which refill slowly upon exterminating enemies. These are incredibly useful but designed with a payoff as they take a few seconds to activate, which can easily be the death of you in critical moments. While Darksiders 3 is a great hack and slash entry to the series, it does sadly lack some of the features, excitement and scale of the previous games. Nonetheless, I'd personally recommend picking up a copy of Darksiders 3 only after you've beaten and enjoyed the previous two entries.